Like we were saying before, like there's some uncomfortable things you will do for the pursuit of your passion. I don't know if like I want to spend $300 on them. I don't know how much it costs, but like it's gonna be expensive.
And I like to shine in your nuts.
Welcome to PricePlow.
Oh, it's another Kris Gethin based Kaged Muscle review here on PricePlow. What's up, PricePlow Nation? This is Mike, and I'm here with
Ben.
And this is Ben, and we are kind of catching up on a lot of the old Kaged Muscle stuff. Not old, but this isn't necessarily new, but it's new to the PricePlow channel. And so we are doing a flavor comparison between Orange Crush and you have
Berry Blast.
Berry Blast. So I've always been a huge fan of pre-kaged in general. This is a top 3 mainstream pre-workout, and the apple flavor. I've always just loved that apple. I think it's called Apple Crisp. Yeah, that's the whole name of it. So Kaged Muscle is always going for more stevia than sucralose. And Kris is just trying to get that sucralose out of there. You use a little bit of it to just mask over the aftertaste and everything. But man, I mean, we're at the point now where pre-kaged has been around for quite a while, and it is still a kick-ass pre-workout. And one thing I've recently learned or recently realized is that the pumps are going to be great because, and this isn't an ingredient explainer, we have those videos and everything, but I just want to kind of point out what I've learned over the years. And we're catching up with Kaged Muscle now. This is the product that I think is awesome. Create Clear. I made some I went into the patents and checked out that stuff. We'll link back to that video. That stuff's, I'm a huge fan of this stuff. So I like using that a lot. But anyway, so I'm still catching up with Kaged Muscle a little bit here. And we do have an affiliate agreement, and these products were sent for free. So I got to tell you all that. The L-citrulline is 6.5 grams, fermented ingredients that Kris is huge on. First off, was kind of ahead of its time. That was a huge dose back then. It's still bigger than average now.
That was also ahead of its time that it was just L-citrulline, not true. Not bonded, right? He was a little bit ahead. He was quiet about it, but he was ahead of it.
Yeah, we'll be loud for him. Nice. And then also the Spectra Total ORAC blend.
Right.
And that's where I've recently realized couple other products of that seem to just give a little more pump for me than usual. And so it's an antioxidant. There is research behind it. It's an antioxidant blend that enhances nitric oxide levels. And I'm not sure of the entire mechanism or anything, but at the end of the day, I think Kris was ahead of the curve on that one as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this really ties into his whole brand of herbal, natural, the best stuff comes straight from the earth. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of this stuff is. I mean,
and then you could lean on that for the coloring and everything too, so you don't have to add extra BS or nothing, and that's perfect. And then once again, they're ahead of the curve with the with pure caffeine. I think they kind of help push that into sports nutrition. As green coffee bean based caffeine that is 95%. Brian Rand at Kaged Muscle says 96.5%. So sorry, Brian, but yeah, about 95% for caffeine by weight. So you have 274 milligrams of that. So what do we end up with? Whatever, 260 something like that milligrams of caffeine. So
a big dose of leucine. I mean, it's a great way to start your workout.
Put it everywhere. Sprinkle it on your pizza. I heard Mark Lovino say that one time. He's like, I'll sprinkle that on my pizza. So yeah, absolutely. That is the anabolic amino acids. So
cool.
Let's get a taster then, and then only a half a dose of beta-alanine, which might make some people happy. Makes me happy. I kind of like my beta-alanine between 1.6 and 2.5 grams.
Yeah.
The 3.2 can get me sometimes, but. So here's what else I like about this as I was looking, and this is all drug tested, informed sport, informed choice, all that. So if you're a drug tested athlete, my buddies out there who are, this is one of the products that I do send them. And what was I gonna say? So 16 to 20 ounces of water. That's what I like about this, because I like to drink a lot of water with my products. And that was, where is it on this label? I'm kind of staggering around here. Oh, right here. Yeah, mix 1 scoop of 16 and 20 ounces of cold water in a shaker.
I like a lot of water.
Yeah. I mean, come on, who's really mixing, unless you're taking it to the dome, who's mixing a product like this with 5 ounces of water? So I want it to be flavored for the way that we're gonna use it, which is pretty much a full scoop, or a full shaker.
Something I like is that you can authenticate these products. Kris is really, really big overseas, India, Middle East and stuff like that. There is a lot of fake product over there. That's true. I don't know if you've ever really run into that. But
no, I haven't gone to India.
The fact that Kris cares enough to really
So what is it? Explain to us what authentication is.
I'm not sure how this one works.
You've actually done dinner with Kris, so that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I went to dinner with Kris 4 weeks ago now.
Okay, so first off, the authentication.
I don't know how his works specifically, but I do know that he does this. So there's a way that you can authenticate that this is a authentic product. It probably has to do with the lot number or something like that.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of countries over in the Middle East and India where they're just making fake product and pumping it out. And I mean, pre-kaged is a really well-known product.
And Kris is huge in India.
Yes.
So we got a link back to our interview with him, but he was telling Matt and I that he was out there training someone, and it just turned into this whole thing. He's got gyms out there and everything now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gyms, and dude, I mean, when you see these like launch parties for him, these launch events for these gyms, like tons of people show up, and
it's awesome.
It's very cool, and I think it ties into his brand as far as like that just that natural like love for the earth and that kind of stuff. That it's part of that culture.
I always talk about it. There's an Instagram post he did last fall, and this is like we're in April of 2019 now. It's fall of 2018, and the room just started smelling really good. And he just had his feet in the grass, and he put "Earth Yourself" today.
Yeah,
I like the kind of guy that earths yourself. I was telling Ben, I've been gardening a little bit. I have a small garden and everything, but I got my peppers going, and I'm like, I earth myself every day, and it does feel good.
You're familiar with grounding, right? Where the whole idea.
Electrical grounding? I get that part, but
that's what he's really talking about. It's actually getting out into the grass barefoot and like grounding yourself.
Nice.
It's a real thing. I mean, Kris takes a lot farther, where he's sitting his red light infrared sauna outside, and
let's drink these, and I want to hear about your dinner with Kris.
Yeah,
this is going to turn into a little video here. He's going to want to come back on the channel with you. Look at these colors. This is like a.
That's an interesting color.
Nice. So what? Wait.
Right,
so okay, I have the missile,
orange.
and yeah, this is.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, so I have orange crush.
This is really cool. So that's not orange, but that looks like orange juice to me.
It does. Yeah. What is the color here? Besides, everyone's probably just waiting for us to take a sip here. Other ingredients. None. It might just be from the spectra. I don't see any colors.
Okay, so what's it's orange what? Orange
crush. With a K.
Okay.
With a K.
Okay. Of course. Cool. Let's do it.
Oh, I screw you over there, didn't I? Oh, that's good. I'm not even an orange guy.
I'm not an orange guy at all, but that's good.
Someone on Instagram messaged us like, dude, you got to do the orange crush one. That's the one to go. And they're right.
I was afraid it was going to taste like real like orange or like like an orange soda, but that's like Rockstar used to have this Rockstar juiced, but they would put like all these different, it wasn't really juice, but they would put like concentrates of juices in there. It's good, man.
I can't place anything on it. I can't compare it to anything like that.
No, there's really nothing else.
It's like sweet citrus. No stevia bite. Yeah, I'm just going to go with general sweet citrus. I might be catching like a dash of grapefruit added, which I always do enjoy, or something. Like there's a little bit of something, but this is, it's going to be tough to beat, man.
See, now this looks like grapefruit.
Right. So what flavor is that? That's Berry Blast,
Berry
though.
Blast.
Oh, yeah. I did try this one. I forget if I like it better, though. Now, that's a sweet berry.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
That tastes really... And we have some cold water here. I think that's going to be a big difference, too. Like, you're putting warm water on this, this might not be as good.
Both
it tastes refreshing.
Yeah. Both of these are very refreshing and crisp because of the cold water.
Well, man, everyone's going to be like, dude, these flavors have been out for like 2 years. I was missing out. This is
really sweet. I like that a lot.
Yeah, if you have a sweet tooth, these are definitely for you. You're trying to get away from the overly, like not overly, but it's very sweet stuff.
I would think there's more sucralose than stevia in this. That tastes great.
Double check. That's because that was always a big thing that I was talking about. The stevia is in front of sucralose here.
Cool.
And then comes a dash of sunflower less than.
Interesting.
Dude, that's good. Which one do you like better?
The Berry Blast. But like either one is a strong choice. You know, I could drink either one of these for a whole month.
I'm always so into the berry stuff. And anti-orange. I'm liking orange better. But yeah, I think for a whole month I would be more into berry.
Yeah, I could enjoy that every single day. I like to mix them up every other day kind of stuff with flavors. I don't like to take the same thing for too long, and that's a good refresher.
Yeah, right. But a whole tub is kind of get pricey.
Mix them together.
Okay. As well.
Okay.
Berry kind of wins. It is more sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's not bad. It's just it's almost like a waste of your scoop. All right, so what happened at this dinner with Kris? Like, it almost sounded like you came out like a changed man from this dinner.
I follow a lot of Kris's stuff. So
right,
I mean, I've met him over the years a couple times, different shows and stuff. You know, when we launched with Nutri, I went to Vitamin Shop at the same time like Kaged came in. So it was a really cool time in the industry where like all of a sudden people who were doing like really transparent stuff were getting featured very well. I mean, the category managers at Vitamin Shop were like, we're happy to bring these kinds of people in. So, it was an exciting time for all of us. And so a couple weeks ago, I was out in bodybuilding.com with a different brand, and I met up with Kris for dinner with that brand, and we just talked. And I actually went to my favorite steakhouse in America, which is in Boise, Idaho.
Wait, are you talking about the Wolf Lodge? No. Okay.
No. That's
like Coeur d'Alene.
Barbacoa in
Okay.
Boise, Idaho. It's like, I mean, dude, it's in the middle of nowhere out there. But like Boise, like this really cool, I don't want to call it an oasis, but it's like this little pocket in the middle of Idaho. It's a great culture. And I mean, I got to bend his ear on a lot of stuff because if you watch his Instagram stories, like, you got to watch his, I think he calls it his Live to 100 shake that he drinks every morning. Like, dude, he puts some stuff in this shake that like makes you cringe to look at. But like, I think Kris is gonna live past 100. Like, dude, like, it's all anti-inflammatory stuff. It's full of greens, all this stuff, ginger, the fermented stuff that he's all crazy about. And then he has this infrared sauna in his backyard that he sits in naked, and it's just like, just bombards himself with infrared that takes care of his skin and his health. And
so it's an enclosed like box.
Yeah, I'm sure like over this
sort?
video you can probably overlay a picture that he'll put on Instagram at some point. And then he was talking to us that he has these infrared light panels that like while he's working on his computer, like he'll work like naked at his desk and like have it like shining light on him and stuff. And then we were talking about blue block, the glasses.
So
and stuff.
that was the stuff you didn't come away being like, oh, I got to do that.
Oh, dude, I absolutely want to pair of blue block glasses.
Oh no, the glasses. Sitting at your computer naked with infrared light on.
I mean, I don't know if I want to tell you I'm going to be doing all the work for PricePlow naked. I don't know if
you want to do it, man.
Hey, like we were saying before, like there's some uncomfortable things you will do for the pursuit of your passion. I don't know if like I want to spend $300 on them. I don't know how much it costs, but like it's gonna be expensive.
And a light to shine on your nuts.
Yeah, I don't really know, but like I mean, he swears that it's. I mean, there's studies backing this stuff, and just this dude we talk about optimizing a lot. Like this dude optimizes like every second of his day is like. He's doing something productive. He's fixing his life. He's living his best life, as the millennials like to say, living his best life.
Right. And so, what about the glasses?
Well, dude, we're looking at screens all day long, right? So, especially like the stuff that we do, and being in front of lights like this, it kills the melatonin in your eyes. It does a lot of stuff to you. So, he'll wear all day long the regular clear ones that are blocking a lot of blue light, but then towards bedtime, those last 2 hours, he wears these like orange glasses that block like all blue light. Even
if he's not on a computer, or is that for when he's working?
Well, yeah, because not just the computers, but like bright lights in your house and stuff like that.
Right. Usually, we have these lights in these houses that's not good, right?
Yeah, like if you ever work in like an office building, those I don't know,
fluorescent,
right? Actually, like flicker at a very, very high rate. I get kind of like a headache from them. So to be able to block that kind of stuff, you're just gonna be like working better. Not to get super sciencey on like what stuff is actually going on. You're just gonna feel better overall. And I mean,
so he's walking around with the orange glasses and everything.
We were talking with him.
Does he have rules about like? I guess we just got to get him on the channel again and talk about this. But does he have rules in like when he's turning his phone off? When like no more Instagram, no more any of that? Or would you guys talk about that at all?
I think we need to talk about that
because that's like that's what I'm not going to get away from all the light, and I don't think I'm going to wear glasses all day long. But I know how to put my phone in the corner over there and like.
So that's something we talked about. I'm trying to get better at. Right? It's like just turning the phone off at a certain hour, or at least like getting off the work. Right? Feeling an obligation to do stuff. And I think that in itself is a bigger thing. It's like not just the light, but like relieving yourself of that work stress in 2019. Like we all kind of have that that need for that obligation to technology all the time.
Right.
So feeling like you can put it away, I think is a big part of it. But yeah, he kind of wears the glasses all day long. But I mean, dude, we're in front of so many screens: your cell phone, your TV, your monitors on here.
Yeah.
You'd be it's kind of scary. Even in your car, like your Honda Civic, you've got this big screen. You've got your heads-up display on your dash, right? You got all this different stuff.
True. Even in that phone.
Bombarded with it. You go to the grocery store. There's TVs everywhere. You're kind of hit with a lot of that stuff.
You're making me feel bad right now. It's time for a hike.
It's just exactly.
Go yourself.
Well, he does that too. I remember seeing on Instagram. He goes out into like kind of like a technology detox, which I don't think is the worst thing.
Not at all, man. And then when you return from those detoxes, you realize how much of that stuff you can like keep away for at least a while. Then eventually it slowly starts to accumulate at you.
Well, dude, I even try to like have my. You've probably seen this. I try to use my phone on speakerphone all the time because I don't want to have it next to my head.
Oh yeah,
right. When it's like emitting all that stuff. I mean, I remember, and I don't know. I guess it'll take longer term studies to show this stuff, but I remember like people saying, doctors saying that women keeping their cell phones in their bra like was causing breast cancer.
Really?
I mean, men keep it in their pockets, right, this close to their groin. Like, this stuff is constantly in contact with
Yeah, a lot of people disagree, but I think a lot of the studies that show that the EMF doesn't cause breast cancer, I think those are industry-funded studies. I am always trying to, like, if you call me up, like, wait, can I get my headset in?
Yeah.
If I know it's going to be a quick call, it's whatever. But I always try to get the headset going.
I just try to leave on speakerphone on the desk and just kind of stay away from it.
Yeah, I don't like that phone on my face at all.
I mean, I think the fact of the matter is we're going to need long-term studies to show a lot of that stuff, right? How long did it take to show that smoking is going to cause cancer? I mean, we're replacing oxygen in our lungs with something that shouldn't be there. A little bit different, but like same logic I think applies here. Like we're putting like some sort of radiation right next to our heads. And
I know that, yeah, by putting an earbud in, and I just do one ear right there, I know that there's no harm that can be done except for I'm losing 4 seconds of my time to putting that thing in.
Sure.
So that's what I go with. So yeah, a lot of the things that Kris does, like I don't think I want to ever take it that far.
Right.
But I am on that page. He's like, he's my style of, I don't know what the word is, but like I call it bro hippie in a way, where it's like,
I love that.
You know, and I am slightly in a different direction, but I'm like right there with him.
Yeah.
And I'm
what I like about Kris is that he's got like this trendy feel to him. He's lifestyle. Right?
Yeah.
That's another video we gotta do. I'm gonna drop that one for a second. He's like this lifestyle. Like he goes to raves. He has fun. He goes out. He does his thing. Right. He drinks every here and there, but like he does it like with balance. Right. He also spends time like sleeping well, like putting the right nutrients in his body, and like if he has a drink, it's not the worst thing. And I think that a lot of us could learn from that. Maybe not, like you're saying, go that far where we're wearing blue block glasses all day long and drinking these shakes in the morning that just like make my stomach curdle. But like taking a page out of that, I think the big one for me that I'm trying to get into really hard is sleep. You know, the next thing I want to do is the blackout shades.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like because setting your circadian rhythm is huge for recovery. So.
Yeah, I've always have liked, I can't sleep in light very much at all. So I've always been supportive of that, and I'm realizing how, everything, we know all the research and everything, and there's a really good podcast, 3 of them with a gentleman named Matthew something with the Peter Tia Drive podcast. They have 3 series, and this guy just like, he talks about all the things that society has done. We are basically 2 hours less sleep than we were 50 years ago. Now, if you would have just like, made an experiment, we would just say, all right, everyone needs to do 2 hours less sleep. They'd be like, no, you're ridiculous. And so many things have gone wrong. Our kids are all messed up. And it's like, dude, just either start school later or go to bed earlier. Turn off these devices and just shut down. And we're a total anxious, frantic mess and can't burn fat because of it. And I'm not saying that's the only thing, the obesity epidemic or anything like that, but it is the one thing, like literally every cell in your body gets fucked up if you can't sleep. Yeah. Like even like on a microcellular level, if you don't have sleep, then the garbage men don't come pretty much. It's just, it's a mess. And so it's not just like, overall it's tougher to lose weight. Yeah, you have that, but it's also just on the like the lowest of all levels too. So it's so important, and we often just let it slip away. And sometimes, when, I've had a baby and you go through crazy nights. Last night was one of them, actually, and that's going to happen. But if it's self-induced, like, you got to stop at some point. So I like how Kris is just like, here's what to do, here's what I'm doing, and I've improved my life, and guy's doing pretty well.
I think that, like, there's a lot of times around the day where you can slightly enhance little things, right? Like, sleep a half hour longer for 1 week and then another half hour there, or improve the quality of the sleep, right? If you can't get 10 hours of sleep, you get 8 hours of sleep that are much better quality, right? Taking your ZMA, your melatonin, making sure the lights are out, limiting sound, light, stuff like that, limiting screens the last 2 hours of your day, having a good breakfast, maybe not tons of ginger, turmeric, all that stuff, but like introducing better nutrients, timing your meals out throughout the day a little bit better, maybe like looking at your meat stuff. Like, you don't have to live your life 100% to enhance your life.
Right. But I would say of all the things we do, though, I still think the sleep, seems like core to everything. And man, everything just falls into line better too, and when I'm well slept. Yeah. Like, you're never going to see a good YouTube video off of me if I have a horrible night of sleep. Yeah. That's just, and there's days where I just won't get on camera because I know I'm going to suck. Yeah. So, and it's like the one thing outside of everything, outside of any supplement, stimulant, coffee, whatever it is, workout. Now, sometimes I can work out and get that hype going, but sleep is so core. So, yeah, it's huge. Almost like it's almost like Kris should have a ZMA pill or something. Like, 'cause I am a ZMA user. I love ZMA. The magnesium alone, plus all the other fun benefits that come out of it. Well, zinc is huge for testosterone and everything.
Yes.
But the B6 gives you a little bit of crazy dreams too. So I'm a huge ZMA fan. It's almost like he should have some more sleep stuff then. Maybe.
Let's talk to Kris. I think we should on the channel. I would love like a day in the life of Kris Gethin, like what his like document all that stuff.
That's why we're bringing you on, man. Like, I'm stuck here behind a computer working with ones and zeros and everything. Let's get Ben out in the field and do some of this stuff. Hey, this video's gone long enough, and we're gonna just have to say to be continued. But yeah, thanks for watching this far. PricePlow.com/kaged-muscle. I always screw this up. Kaged-muscle. And anyway, as you can sign up for the alerts because I think they have some hot new products coming out.
Cool.
We are finally getting caught up with some of these awesome flavors, but also monthly contest giveaways and stuff too. So you'll get alerted on that if you sign up for those deal alerts right there. Thanks for watching. Good talk, Ben.
Nice.
Welcome to PricePlow.